Welcome to Gym Owner Freedom. I am Scott Carpenter, and I am a former broke, struggling, frustrated, and overworked gym owner that felt stuck no matter what I did to try and improve the business. Once I realized that the answer wasn't what I thought it was, just getting more clients, and after really doing the math on acquisition and churn rates, I realized I wasn't even playing a winnable game to begin with. With my current price structure, mathematically, there was no way I could afford to pay my staff so I could scale up and out of the business, that I can have the time, the money, the impact, and the freedom that I always knew I was capable of. Once I learned how to add value by selling transformational programs to people who needed more than just workouts, everything changed in my life. Today, I own 6 gyms that all run without me, and I am free to pursue my passion projects and work just because I love to, not because I have to. And if that's a goal that we mutually share together, then this is the show for you. I'm going to teach you the framework to make way more money with less clients and open up a world of possibilities to you. Subscribe, leave a review, and tune in every week. It'll change your life. I promise you that. And today's going to be a very important training. And it's because, man, I've been talking to a lot of gym owners over the last 4, 6, 8 months. And I'm talking like good operators, right? And ones who really have their shit together. They know their stuff with paid ads. They have great CRMs to back it up. They're doing all the right things. And what they're doing is they're running into a lot of problems right now. And ads have just shit the bed in so many places. And in some markets, it hit sooner, and then other ones it hit later. It took just until 3 or 4 weeks ago to hit another market. And I warned him, like, hey, it's going to come. It's going to be right around the corner. And sure enough, it hit. And all of a sudden, Facebook ads fell flat, or no-show rates went to 70 to 80%. And good operators are running into issues at the moment. And it's everywhere. I'm seeing it with my gyms. I've got multiple gyms, right? In gyms where I don't get a steady influx of organic leads, it's a lot harder than it used to be. And I'm having to change up what I used to do. And a lot of you are seeing this. Some of you aren't. And if you're not seeing it, count your lucky stars. That's awesome. But man, the amount of gym owners I'm talking to, it has changed. And there's some theories why things are a little bit different. But bottom line is, I think, my opinion, I'd love to hear yours, Josh. It's kind of what we talked about in the car. We just got back from my Flagstaff cabin, flew Josh out, Dave Best. You guys know the Kool-Aid man, Dave Best. We all went up there Sunday through this morning to just start crushing and attacking what we're going to speed up with organic and paid leads to compensate for this gym session that's going on. But I mean, we were talking, I think it's a combination of Ozempic plus inflation, which is eroding that extra spend, and people are cutting the things that they don't have enough value in, or they don't see enough value in. Plus another one, Josh, you kind of mentioned the dead internet theory. What's that?
Yeah. So I know we're going to do a little bit more research and we'll present it later, but the dead internet theory is basically that it's a bunch of AI and bots out there that are, I guess, interacting and buying up your ad spend. So, which is creating its own problems.
Yeah. Yep. And that's totally true to some extent. What extent? I don't know. But Elon Musk bought Twitter, right? Elon Musk bought Twitter. And I can't remember, what did he say? It was like something like 60 to 80% of the tweets, or maybe the accounts, were bots, were fake.
Yep.
I don't quote me on that one, but it was an astronomically large number, which is why I wanted to back out of buying Twitter. He's like, this is all fake. And you have it. If you have a business account, which if you're on here, you do, you get hit up all the time with messages saying, hey, we're going to get, unless you do this, it's phishing attempts by bots that we're going to shut down your ad account or your business page if you don't verify this information. And blah, blah. I get that like 6 times a week at least. I'd probably double that, actually. And you don't think
way
Facebook,
more. Yeah.
oh yeah. You don't
Yeah.
think Facebook has the technology, just because they're mimicking Facebook. They're mimicking Facebook help desk or business desk or whatever it is. You don't think they have the technology to shut those down or like prevent them from going? Like, that's pretty freaking easy. And yeah, bottom line is, they don't really care if a lot of stuff is fake out there because it pads their numbers, it makes it look good, and it chews up your ad spend. So yeah, Ozempic, inflation, and potentially something of the dead theory, internet theory. But regardless of what's causing it, you have three choices on what to do. Number one, you can do nothing. Okay. That's what a lot of us are doing. Okay. We're doing nothing about it. Number two, you can do the same thing that you've always done. And if you're not where you want to be right now in your business, or you're worried about the future, that is not a good solution, right? A lot of us are still clinging to direct call to action paid ads. And we're getting cost per leads maybe around $25, give or take, in your market. Not bad. But we're seeing 70, 80+% no-show rates. And those are really churning out. And for whatever reason, the quality has gone way down. I don't know if they're just targeting trailer parks or what's going on. But it's yeah, we have our duty to nurture these things like crazy. But holy cow, has there been a shift? And everywhere except for very select markets is seeing this. So you can either do nothing, you can keep doing what you're already doing, okay? And hey, if you don't have this problem, that's fine to do, okay? Number two is fine. Or number three, you can pivot, and like this is what I put in there, like Ross on Friends. You're gonna have to pivot. You're gonna have to do things, and this is why we locked ourselves in our vacation cabin for 5 days in Flagstaff to really buck some of the stuff we've been working on. But then it's like, we are going to really double down and get better on this. So there's things that we're doing on the organic and paid side to bring in more high quality, high ticket leads. And that's what we're going to share with you today. So let me know too, if you're on the Zoom call, if you're in Facebook, I'm not gonna be able to see the comments right away. There's a lag and everything. But if you're on the Zoom call, which is preferable, throw in the chat if you're seeing this, if you're seeing a slowdown in leads in your market, organic and or paid. If you're seeing that, let me know if it's affecting you. And if it's a little, it's a lot, where you're at. Love to see it. Frank says yes. Yeah, it's pretty prevalent. So here's the things that we're gonna do. So let's start with organic, aka free things that you can do. Sierra, big drop. And cancellations, that's the other thing I forgot to mention, guys, is churn is high. I was just having this discussion with Jay. He's a killer gym owner. He's only in a town of like 5,000 people. And about a year ago, he bolted on kind of our high ticket stuff. He got up, I want to say it was over 60, maybe crossed 70K in a town of 5,000. Incredible. He's a solid operator. He knows exactly what he's doing. And these last 4 to 6 months, he's been feeling it. John, you said tanked. Yeah. Yeah. And holy shit, it's all over the place. Jay, it's just, he's owned it for years. He's so good. And it's just boom. It's just a crazy ass phenomenon. But the bottom line is, we have to pivot. We have to work harder. Like after COVID, it was kind of like the gravy train. COVID sucked, right? But then it was the gravy train. Everybody's coming back. It's exciting again. But then inflation hit, double wars, political year. We've got Ozempic that blew up. And inflation just caught up with everybody's spending. So this is where we're at. The good news is, if you have the guts to stick this thing out, you're going to be in an incredible position, because this will weed out the people who aren't willing to do this. Okay. We're here to guide you to make sure you not just survive, but you can thrive and grow in this environment. And when it crosses to the other side of this gym session, recessions do not last forever. You're going to be in a better place than ever. This is an opportunity to sharpen the saw. The time is now. The time is now to get better. The time is now to invest your time and money in doing this. This is where you see people take off in their careers. It's during times where there's a recession. Everybody else is retreating and holding on and being scared. And the people who really make progress are pushing ahead. I know it seems like it sucks. This is a golden opportunity for you in the marketplace. And I'm going to show you how to capitalize on that. Direct call to action ads right now are shitting the bed. The people seeing these, some are bots, I'm sure, but the people seeing these do not know you from the guy down the street, from the guy over there. They don't know any differentiation. And if it's on Meta, they're just scrolling like, oh, that looks good. And they click a button, or maybe they accidentally click the button. They say it wasn't me. I don't know. But the bottom line is, They're not really invested in showing up for whatever reason. They don't care. They don't know you enough. Maybe they're not even interested at the moment. They need to know you. And working nationally sometimes is easier to advertise. There's more numbers, but we're in local markets. There are advantages in local markets. Guys, what you need to do, you need to be the 5-mile celebrity in your market. You need to be the local celebrity. And within a radius of 5 miles, give or take where you're at, everybody can know you. And you can do that for free and you can do that for cheap. But you can be the guy when you're going into the grocery store to pick something up for dinner. People are like, hey, you're that guy I saw all over Facebook. You're from that one gym, right? They should know you. If you're filling up gas tank, Eric, it can be great. Okay, Eric, shout out to Eric. Eric Schreiber is the 5-mile celebrity. And guess what? Eric kicks ass. He's got 2 locations. He's on local news channels all the freaking time, which is not that hard to do, guys. He owns it. So while we're all struggling, the rest of us are struggling to get leads in the door and butts in the seats, he's like, it's annoying because people stop me when I gas up for my car, right? That's a good-ass problem to have. You need to be the celebrity in your 5-mile radius, okay? Thank you for coming on, Eric. It's awesome. It's great to have like that social proof right there. I've been on the news several times. One of my partners that runs one of my studios is on, he's been on probably over 100 times on the different, Good Morning Arizona, this. We don't have to do paid there, believe it or not. We haven't. Well, we do maybe like $500 a month in AdWords. That's it. So let's get to it, guys. All right. So how do you become the 5-mile celebrity in your market? And Eric says, I secretly love it. Yeah, it is pretty cool when you're like famous. So it's pretty neat. Everybody can do this. Everybody watching can do this. We don't have time to get into like the nitty gritty on every single strategy. Obviously, I could be here all day. We could do a whole day webinar and event on this, but I'm going to give you kind of the big things here. So first off, your personal brand profile. So the business stuff is fine, but in good, you need that on your Facebook and Instagram stuff, but you need one for your personal brand. And those of you who don't want to cross it over with business, get over it. This is how the world communicates. This was me. I hated social media. Before I started PT Legends, I was a ghost on social media. I posted maybe once a year. No joke. Like go 3.5 years ago. There's nothing on it. This is where your customers are. Okay. They're on their screens all freaking day long. You need to be there. So when I go to your personal page, okay, I want to see exactly what you do. The grunt test. Does this pass the grunt test? Can I see that you're a specialist in fitness, in nutrition? And can I clearly have a call to action link from there? Okay. On how I can help you. That's important because when you're interacting with people, you need to be like, hey, I'm the professional. I am the celebrity in the North Scottsdale area. Right. So I need your personal brand to be there. So it's got to pass the grunt test. And I need that call to action. Okay. Number 2, your content, your evergreen content strategy. We're looking at 3 to 5 posts per week. Okay. 3 to 5 posts per week with a cadence on here. So it's weekly content. Okay. 3 to 5 weeks. When you have, and we teach you how to do this. So those of you who have come to previous ones, we teach you exactly the cadence. Some are value building posts. Some you're going to indoctrinate them into your methods. Some you're going to prove how they work by highlighting some of your client successes and testimonials. When you do that, you need to tag your clients. When you tag your clients in their fitness journey and celebrate them, put them on a pedestal, who sees it? And you tag them. When you tag that, it goes on their wall. Who sees that? Their friends, their neighbors, their family, their coworkers, the local market. Okay. So that weekly content is really important to do. And we teach you how to do it. We have previous trainings on that. And that will generate leads. When people like or comment, we teach you exactly how to interact with them. We teach you exactly how to reach out, give them a compliment, ask them a fitness question, and make an offer to see if you can hop on the phone with them for 5 minutes. It's pretty easy. The RAFO framework, we have separate trainings on that entire thing. And then the other thing is building your pipeline. Different strategies to do that. I'm going to wait to tell you about this when I get into paid, okay? Because that is the easiest way to build a pipeline, but there are organic methods to build your friends and followers. But I'm also going to wait a little bit on that one. But your content, you might not think anybody sees it. And when I first started doing stuff with PT Legends, I didn't think anybody was seeing it. And sometimes I still don't get many likes or comments. But then I get a message that somebody wants to hop on a phone, another gym owner, like, I like your shit. I need the help. Can we talk can we talk real quick and see if what you do is going to be a good fit for me? Great. Absolutely. People see it, even if it doesn't look like it. Nobody wants to do this. It's not that hard. It's a very simple framework for this evergreen content and shouldn't take much time, but it needs to be done. Okay. Now, this is a big one. Okay. This is a very direct way to get clients. So you need to create your wellness collective. This is business to business partners. Dave, you're on now. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, brother?
So what can you tell us about the wellness collective, Dave?
I mean, we're building the Avengers initiative right now for PTL. Just imagine, as a gym owner, if you had your own team of Avengers. So with Wellness Collective, we're not talking auto shops, right? We're talking a chiro. We're talking your massage guy, talking a blood work specialist, right? A hormonal specialist, maybe it's a male testosterone doctor. So it's recruiting your team of Avengers that are behind whatever holistic movement that you're building. And you guys just, at the end of the day, you share all leads. So it's building your dream team with people that are in the same field, that have the same passions. You build that team of 4 to 5, all of a sudden, man, if you can probe and get everyone pointed in the right direction, it's going to lead to 5 to 10, not just leads. These are the highest quality leads that are coming. So these are going to be your high ticket leads. Are going to come in from your collective.
Yep. So think like around you, who are the chiropractors? And we'll teach you, because we all like to do this. We all think, hey, we'd love to have these business to business partners who we refer and this and that. And we kind of talk about it with 1 or 2 people. It sounds great. There's no follow through. Nothing happens. And that's it. But I tell you what, 1 or 2 that do well can feed you very well. So like, yeah, good ones. Chiropractors, physical therapists, massage, stretch, med spa. There's a lot of money spent in med spa, which is like Botox stuff, right? Cool sculpting, all that kind of stuff. These are all really good ones to create a wellness collective together. There's something I'm missing in here too, but even like plastic surgeons, stuff like that. Oh, concierge doctors. Concierge doctors are freaking great. Why? Because concierge doctors have a bunch of people with disposable income that want to pay cash extra just so that they don't have to do bullshit of insurance and wait. So they can just go in when they want. Great. John, hair, nail salons. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll tell you exactly how to actually create these relationships and make them pay off, which is super important. So number 1 is when you go in there, you have to give. You have to give. And so it's best to contact them ahead of time. Phone call, follow up with an email, introduce yourself as the owner of the business, and that you want to help facilitate a wellness collective in the area. And you sign up X amount of people every month, and that you want to be able to get them in front of their business. And can I meet with, if this is the owner, meet with, right? Can I meet with the owner or GM for 15 minutes? Okay. Schedule that time. Okay. During this, you are motherfucking Santa Claus. Okay. You are just giving. Okay. Here's the great thing. This is going to help your business and your clients and make it easier for you to sell, but you're also just going to give to this other business owner. That's how you create the relationship. So what you want to ask this business owner is, hey, what's part of your intro process when people come in? What could you give for free or cheap or discounted as a lead man? They already have something like that, right? What do you have that I could give every single person that signs up at my gym? My gym is full of fantastic clients. These are people who value their health and wellness, are willing to spend good money to do it. They have the means to do it. So I have very high income, high ticket, great clients to share. What kind of an offer do you have? So if it's a massage therapist, it could be a free massage, or it could be a massage at $30 instead of $130 for their first one. It could be for a chiropractor. People think x-rays are really expensive because on the billing thing they are, but they cost like $20 to the chiro. It could be a free x-ray and an evaluation. And at the end of the day, would this chiro or physical therapist or med spa or whatever this person is be willing to do something like that for a free lead? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So what you want to do is see what intro offer they can give you. Now, you don't need a stack of like their cards or anything like that. You're going to create a 1 or a 2 pager with all this Wellness Collective partners on there. And when they sign up at your gym, you are getting, it could be like $1,200 worth of free or discounted services when you sign up. That will actually help you make the sale, right? It's whatever for your first month or your package, however you do it. But when you sign up, you're also getting $1,200 in free services in this 5-mile area or however close they are. That's a huge incentive to sign up. Okay. And so all you have to do is print them out one of those sheets, email them one of those sheets, right? With it all on there and how to redeem it. So when you talk to this doctor, it's like, get what that offer is that they're going to agree to. What do they do to redeem it? You know, is there a URL or is it just an email or phone and they mention something, right? But get that offer. Now, in exchange, right, they're not going to be as organized as you are. We have to follow up. We can't just let it sit there. And I'm going to show you how you're Santa Claus and they're going to love you. But what you're also going to do, you are also going to have an acrylic sign, either 5x7 or 8.5x12. Old school here. Okay. And we don't have it finished. We're taking it to our graphic designer, but it's going to look something like this. Okay. It's going to have your logo. It's going to look nice. It's going to draft attention, but you put it in one of those stand-up acrylic signs. So that way you never have to replenish anything. They have to take advantage of it right there to get it. They can't take it with them and lose it in the car, right? So you run a killer offer on it. What we're doing is looking for and I borrowed this copy from an awesome gym owner who accidentally ran a marketing play that hit. But we're looking for volunteers. So shout out to Bender. We're looking for volunteers for personal training. And this can be 100% free. And the excuse is we just revamped our personal training program to make it the absolute best in town, 10 times better than a regular membership. Now we're ready to put it to test. We need your help to do it. In exchange for your feedback and survey will cover the cost of your training. And they just scan the code. So here's how it works. Scan this code, book your introductory appointment, get free personal training in exchange for your feedback. Now, we're selling this on the front as a normal membership. We're not like doing a free trial and converting them after. We're letting them know how much it is, the way it works, right? We're getting them signed up right there. And then it automatically rolls into the membership, whatever yours is, group, semi, one-on-one, and they can opt out of it too at any time. So, and there's that's one play. There's another play that we're going to use interchangeably on this thing. Okay. That's it. So this will be around at that business and we just ask them, yeah, if you could, for those that are interested, if you could let them know we're looking for volunteers. That works. That works. So are you giving them free training? Devin said, for the 2 weeks. Yes. Now you can do totally something different. So Seth, what are you selling? Totally depends on what yours, like you've got semi-private as your main one. You also have one-on-one. What I would do on this one is you get them set up. I think you bill weekly, if I'm not mistaken. So what you would do is get them set up on your normal membership, have them fill out a membership agreement because your waiver's there, get the card on file. The way it works to get this free training is you have to give feedback at the end of week 1, at the end of week 2. You figure out right there, are you doing 2 times a week? Are you doing 3 times a week? And boom, you get it. It's nothing to them, but they put the card on file and it rolls into the membership and you don't charge them until the 2 weeks is up. They do have the opportunity to opt out. For whatever reason, you don't want to continue. Here's why that works well too, is you will have people who see the normal prices, and if it's out of their price range, it's just like a free trial, Devin. If it's out of their price range, they'll probably say, hey, I'd love to do this, but you know what? I can't continue moving forward. I don't want to waste your time. And that's awesome. That's a big win, guys. So yeah, it's going to cost you a little bit on payroll, but how much are you paying? If you're doing paid ads, how much are you paying to get a butt in the seat anyways? More than that, I can promise you. So we're going to get this cleaned up nice on Canvas so it just pops like crazy. This is just a mock to take to my graphic designer. But we're doing, you need a killer intro offer. That's the one we're launching with. We have others, okay? But that's the one that we're launching with. We need that. And you need it, in your QR code in an acrylic sign holder, okay? However you spell that. Hey, just a quick reminder to everybody, if you are ready to start making an extra $10,000 more this month, every month, by making more money with less clients with transformational programs and create a consistent flow of high quality leads, you can learn more about what it's like to work with me and my team at PT Legends and how ridiculously affordable it is at CoachScottCarpenter.com. It is such a no-brainer that it more than pays for itself when we teach you how to enroll just two case study clients. Really, that's it. So go to CoachScottCarpenter.com and learn more about it. So yeah, that's what we're doing there. So that's that. Now, here's where you're Santa Claus. So the next step is you be Santa Claus. This business-to-business relationship will die if you don't foster it. So here's exactly what you do. You're Santa Claus every month. Let's say you signed up 6 clients, 7 clients, 8 clients last month. Maybe it was slow. You signed up 3 or you signed up 12. What you're going to do, let's say you got 8 businesses doing this. And so your QR codes are up there right there. So you have that. At the end of the month, what you're going to do is saying, hey, you're going to BCC everybody, because this has got to be easy on you or else you're not going to keep up with it. So you BCC everybody in the Wellness Collective and you say, hey, just want to shoot you an update. We signed up 9 people last month. I got your information, your offer in front of each and every single one of them. Okay. So bam, you're just going to update them because here's what it is. After month 1, hey, I sent up this many people. I recommended you and gave them the offer. Wow, shit, thanks. Okay. Next month, hey, we signed up another 7 people, really good candidates, some really good ones, great income levels, whatever it is, really interested and stuff. And I sent them your information. Awesome. And for the one-offs, let's say you're talking to that one client who's just like, man, yeah, I need to get in for massages. You know, what you can do is send a specific one to the massage therapist and say, hey, I talked to you about Sarah Johnson. I gave her your information. She's very interested. In case you don't hear from her, here's her contact info. So do some one-offs sometimes, but it's one monthly email that you send out. So you're just Santa Claus every single month, monthly email. Okay. And now you're just delivering value. You're delivering value. You're delivering value. I don't know if any of you have read the book Influence by Dr. Robert Cialdini, I believe it is. It's the law of reciprocity. When somebody gives you something, we all have a natural tendency to reciprocate. Do we not? Like if somebody gets you a birthday present on their birthday, don't you feel the obligation to give them a birthday present? It's just wired into our social brains. And here's the thing, we're all busy. Like you as a gym owner or personal trainer running your business, you're busy as shit. No doubt about it. But here's the thing, when we deliver monthly after month after month, by month 3, you're like, hey, I got another 6 people in front of your offer. They're going to feel the need to reciprocate and go back. Plus, right, we already have our QR code. But the cool thing is they're going to start to reciprocate. And you can then, because you've made a lot of relationship deposits, you can make an offer. You can make a relationship withdrawal. You can make an ask. You can say, hey, I've got this special coming up. Would you put this out to your audience on social media or email? Really appreciate it. Now, if I just deliver for them for 4 months, yeah, that's going to be a yes, right? It's going to be a yes. So this is how you do it. The biggest thing too, when we do this is creating that relationship, try to swap services and not just trade out, but I mean, you can do the initial one. hey, I really want to recommend you. So I want to know your process, right? Spend some time. And same thing. Hey, come in let me take you through a free workout. Let me take you through a free workout so you understand what we do and how we do it. And they speak differently to it. Same thing. A Cairo, I'd never really met or been in their studio at one of my locations. Never really had that much confidence to talk about. But at the Glendale Arrowhead location, Dave, with Dr. Stein, yeah, we go and get our backs cracked there. We know him. It's a whole that we can send him people easily because we know him. And I talk about him. He's 7'2". He's 7 feet, 2 inches tall. Massive German guy. Got a hand like a baseball mitt. He's like that, Dr. Stein. But like I can joke around with clients about that. And then because they feel they know him already, they'll go over there. So like you need to try to get in each other's businesses a little bit. And here's the great thing. Sign them up as clients. If they're coming in, chances are they're busy, they're stressed. If they're running their own businesses, they're going to love the workout. They're going to see, right? Sign them up as clients. Give them a discount if you want to. It doesn't matter. Okay. But if they're coming into your business, what's the likelihood you're going to get more referrals? And you're giving them referrals all the time. That's how you make this play win. I see a lot of people talk to some business owners, dream up some big plans. Nothing fucking happens. This is how you do it. Make sense? Any questions? Throw them in the chat anytime. This is why you try to make it on the Zoom if you can, because you can ask all the questions you want and stay on after, because after I finish this, we'll open it up and you can ask your personal questions. I can coach you on anything in your business, whether it's hiring or you got an HR issue or you have a lease renewal coming up or you want to talk about leads and paid ads, whatever it is. Stay on after these. I book out 45 minutes after this. Is that the QR code thing, a flyer that stays in their business? Yes. You get an acrylic sign. Let me show you. Right here on Amazon, I got one in my cart. So just like these, right? You can get, 12 of these for $32. When you develop that nice flyer, take it to a good print shop, have them print out, slide it in there, put it on there. Put it on there. There's another thing that you can do with this, and I'm going to show you. So this is what we're going to call the offer exploder. Okay. So some of these, you're not going to have this JV business to business relationship, right? But there are large employers in your area. There are large employers. We're talking universities, like especially the staff, not the kids, unless that's your target market, which it isn't for most, but the staff. Okay. Hospitals. I have Mayo Clinic. We have a good relationship with Mayo Clinic. So we have our offer at Mayo Clinic for the staff, right? HOAs, the good neighborhoods in your area. Car washes, the ones where you get out of your car, the higher end ones, they have those big tables full of all the stuff. Coffee shops, restaurants. There's all these places where you can leave these things. And that QR code, you just want it to pop. And looking for volunteers for personal training and whatever it is, your offer might be different. Okay. We are going to rotate different offers and test them all out. That's what we're doing. I showed you the one that we're starting with. But if you have these, shoot, guys, you can get these in 50 businesses around your area. And most have a dedicated section for this stuff. Most restaurants do it. Coffee shops definitely do it. Large employers love having all these perks for their employees. They'll get you on their website, and they might have a staff break room where you can put this stuff up. Universities, hospitals, HOAs, all these things. Okay. So you want to get this big, sexy offer out there with the QR code, taking them to the landing page, dumping them right in your CRM. Right. Let's see. We got a couple questions. Frank, when reaching out to wellness companies to make that first contact, do you advise doing it via phone or email or both? Do it on both. Do it on both for sure. You can give your kind of USP, your unique selling proposition, your pitch, why you're different, very quickly. But I would try to call. You're likely going to get the admin person, the front desk person, and just let them know you're the owner of a business. Here's what you're doing. Looking to get 10 to 15 minutes of the owner's time, right? Follow up with an email as well, because you might just get voicemail on a lot of people. Okay. What are your thoughts on referral fees to those companies that send leads and become members? You can definitely do that. it's harder to keep track. You can definitely do that, but like, it's not always necessary. So that's a case by case basis. Where I feel the need to do that is if somebody's, it's lopsided and they're getting me a whole shit ton, like I want to reward them. But here's the thing, not everybody's motivated by that kind of money. Like concierge doctors, they couldn't care less. Chiropractors, a lot of times they couldn't care less about a little bit of extra money. They'd rather have the customers and the traffic. So a lot of times it sounds good in theory, but quite often, you just delivering on the goods and being Santa Claus every month, holy shit, that's enough. They're going to appreciate that. Okay. Now let's talk about promo plays. This will link over into paid ads, which we're going to get to in a minute too. And in fact, let me talk about paid ads first, because this is one of the biggest ways to build your audience, right? When you put stuff out on your personal brand profile and your evergreen content, you're going to warm them up like crazy. It's never going to be super high volume, but the people coming in from your content are going to be the warmest people. They're going to buy your highest ticket programs and stay the longest, because they get to know you as a person and your personality. They get to know what you do. They've seen the results you get for their neighbors and friends and coworkers. But you're going to exhaust that audience if you don't grow it. One great way to start doing that, there's a lot of ways, but paid is a great way to build an audience, right? Here's the thing. We have gotten so freaking lazy with paid ads, and a lot of it's just been the marketing companies. All they know how to do is do a direct call to action. That's it. And they don't know you from the dude down the street. They're not that interested. They just see something. They clicked on it. Maybe they forgot about it. Why the hell are you calling me? Right? Not interested. Not interested. Okay, I'll book an appointment. I don't show. They don't know you well enough. You haven't built any value. You haven't given any value. And that used to work. And that's great. And now it just doesn't freaking work in almost every market. Or you're spending $8,000 a month in ads. I mean, this is what's going on. So here's what you need to do instead. So you need to do some audience building with videos. These are awareness ads. Okay. These are not ads where it's like, come buy my shit, come buy my shit, come buy my shit. These are ads that are explaining kind of who you are, why you're different in the marketplace. Then, and I'll show you an example of this in 1 minute. Then what you do is you can retarget them with testimonial and or direct call to action ads. They need to know who you are. So what you can do is, like, it's so cheap to get out videos highlighting who you are and why you're different. Not everybody's going to be interested. So what you do is you set up a retargeting campaign, okay, for people that have watched maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds of your audience building awareness ads. So they know who you are. They're aware of, now they're starting to see the people that you work with. Now it's not you tooting your own horn. It's your clients tooting your horn for you. And then continuing on, they're also going to get direct calls to action. That's when they're like, hey, do you want to come in for our free trial, our free introductory session, a consultation? Okay. So we've got some of our latest scripts that we're kind of do. We have a whole bunch of filming to do, right, Dave? When are you doing yours? Friday?
Tomorrow. I'm ramped up and excited. Got to get a nice haircut for this.
Sweet. Not a problem for me. I just make sure I don't look homeless if my beard grows out a little too much. So Dave's shooting them for, yeah, like you, Josh. So Dave's shooting them for green lights. I'm shooting them for underground fitness. So let me read this to you, because some of you are going to listen to this on the podcast later. So here's an awareness video ad. Hi, I'm Scott Carpenter, co-founder at Underground Fitness Personal Training. We've been in the Valley for 12 years, but you might not know that much about us. But I'm glad you're watching this, because we are a lot different than anything else out there. The fitness and nutrition industry is chock full of confusing and contradictory information, often taking one scientific principle and blowing it out of proportion. Most preach that working out more is better, but it's not. Better is better. Not many people have time to work out 4 to 5 times per week and have sustained willpower to follow restrictive diets forever. And that's the problem. You can get results doing almost anything, but can you keep them? I was guilty of this for a good portion of my career. We helped a lot of people lose weight, and we racked up a ton of 5-star reviews. But it was always a struggle for people to keep the weight off and make lifelong habits. And now that I'm in my 40s, I completely get it. Between work, family, kids' activities, and just life, I can't keep up with what I used to do in my 20s. Imagine a fitness plan that only required 90 minutes max each week and was built around a nutrition plan that was fun, flexible, and then included their family and friends. Imagine having a coach that built out a simple plan for the hours outside the gym that followed up with you and held you accountable every single week. That's what we built at Underground Fitness. And then I get into, like, it's built on 3 core pillars: workouts that are time efficient, safe, and effective; nutrition that is family friendly so you can follow it forever; and accountability. We max our clubs out at 75 clients so that I can redo that sentence. You know where I'm going, so that we can have a coach holding you accountable every step of the way. Right. So it just goes on a little bit, but it's showing who we are, why we're different. So to do that, you need to know kind of who your avatar is, right? We're going after not your 20-year-olds wanting to bang out CrossFit or boot camps, obviously, right? We're going for busy adults, busy parents, most likely 35 to 64 is what we're looking at here. Okay. So I'm not even doing a strong call to action, right? It goes on. The secret sauce to this program isn't the workout or nutrition plan alone. The secret to the program is we're going to help connect you to your fitness goals and to your why. So in the days you feel like quitting, you have a reason not to. We work with everyday people just like you. Whether you're brand new or just need a fresh start, you are welcome here. Stop in and see us sometime, or head to our website anytime to schedule a free intro session to see if we'd be a good fit for you. And if you see me out and about town, say hi. I'd love to meet you. That's the seeds of being a local celebrity right there, guys. Okay. So it's really cheap. You can get this video ad in front of people in your 5-mile radius for 3 to 5 cents a pop. No joke. 3 to 5 cents a pop. Target the age group and the demographic you want. Okay. Super cheap. And then you do testimonial and direct calls to action as retargeting for the people that have watched a certain amount of it. Does that make sense? I know it adds a step in, but the direct call to action is eating shit right now all over the place. This is going to pay off. And if they just like or follow, you can even run this from a creator account, not even your business page. Wow, you're going to build an audience here, guys, and you're going to be able to retarget to them. And as it builds that audience, you could just target a direct call to action exactly to the people who watch that. This is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to do it in 2024. So audience building with videos, awareness ads, retargeting them afterwards. Really big. You need a good CRM. That's a given. You need a good CRM to capture the leads and the emails and the text messages. And you need a good email system, because this ties in with the next thing, promo plays. Okay. So obviously you want to have autoresponders when they put in a lead form and all that kind of stuff, to auto book them, to follow up, to do an email sequence, a text sequence when they enter their information, of course. Right. But a lot of them won't do it then. A lot of them, it's not the right time in their rich cycle. They might have put in their information, but they had a shitty day at work. Then they got sick. Then they're catching up on work, and their kids have whatever. And they're not ready again for another 5 months when they're like, holy shit, I gained another 5 pounds. I got to do something about it. But we just stop following up. So yeah, your evergreen content is going to do it. This is going to be on social media and email. Okay. Let me write that. I didn't specify in that. This is going to be on social media plus email marketing. That's what you're going to do here. And then promo plays. This is when you're going to run a promotion targeting everybody on your personal social media and your email and text list. Okay. It's usually a 4 or 5 day campaign, 3 to 5 day campaign. And you run a killer one. So this is use the promo playbook with your existing audience. Okay. So let me show you kind of what this looks like. So here we have a playbook. This is our generic playbook, but we have specific ones to do a back to school one. We have a specific one for Black Friday. We have a specific one at different times of the year. But essentially what you're doing is you have an offer. Okay. You just need a reason for an offer. It could be, this is your 5th year anniversary. It could be a back to school thing. It could be a Mother's Day thing. It doesn't matter. You need an excuse for an offer, and you build, day one, which we like to run it Friday through Monday, but it doesn't really matter. But you kind of just announce that something's coming, meme style. Let me know if you want the details. You'll get likes and comments from it. You just hop on the phone. If they're an existing client or if they're a former client, just hop on the phone and sell it to them. Okay. I won't get into the offers that you want to do right now, just for brevity with everything we're going over today. But yeah, and there's email scripts. There's a text message script too. Okay. And you only run these every 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months, you're going to run a promo play. I got details on how to turn that into a sale, a like or a comment into a sale. We won't go over that right now. Saturday, now you're really going to announce it. It's got the first, an example of a post you might make, the copy, the email copy, all that kind of stuff. And you reach out to your dream customers. Sunday, what you're going to do then is you're going to post it. You have the urgency and scarcity because you have a deadline to do it. Monday, this is where the last day that you're going to run it. So you run one in the morning, you run one in the afternoon, 4 hours left and only 2 remaining spots. DM me with 5-minute call if you're interested, right? And you're going to convert a lot of these things. Devin asks, are you going to be sharing this? Absolutely. So like everybody, Devin, like we haven't gotten to that yet because you're a little bit newer, but yeah, everybody in our got our access to our Legends, our PT Legends University. You have all of this stuff, which is pretty cool. So, and then Tuesday. So like there are going to be people who missed it, who are traveling or this or that, right? So you send a last one and it's just like, hey, woke up to some disappointing news this morning. There was a couple who missed my 5th anniversary in business promotion because they were out of town. They were really bummed because they really needed to make health and fitness a priority in their lives again, and saving a few $100 at the same time is a sweet bonus. So I've decided I'm going to take care of them. And that goes for you too. I know it's tough to get in at the last minute over weekend sometimes. So here's the deal. As long as you reach out by today and we schedule an appointment for you sometime this week, I will take care of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. So this is something that I created to help people who really don't have money for paid ads. It's a totally organic play. So out of your whole audience, and as your email list grows and this and that, you run one of these every 2 to 3 months. We have different preset ones. Seth, Devin, you're going to get all these. So don't worry about it. And it works really well. It works really, really well. And it's free. It's totally free. So you run promo plays every 2 to 3 months to capitalize on the audience that you've already built. Sometimes they need a reason to do something now. And don't worry, guys. It's not like always money off, huge amounts off and discounts. You can do a little bit of that, but a lot of times you can do it with a value add rather than a discount as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can structure that. Okay. How am I doing so far? Any questions? Josh, Dave, have I missed anything big when I talked about these different pieces? We're already like six pieces in. Doing okay?
Yeah, I don't think you missed anything. You had a question. Why only share the occasional contact info instead of contact info for each new client? I think it's back when we were talking about Wellness Collective.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could do that. You could do that. If you're comfortable doing that, and if your clients are comfortable doing that, if you're going to send out, let's say you got 8 or 10 businesses in your Wellness Collective, what you probably don't want is like, let's say you signed up this client and now they're getting hit up with 8 to 10 phone calls from other businesses. They might not like that. They might not like that. So if you do something like that, make sure to set ground rules on it, right? But you definitely could. Now, if you've got somebody you're really tight with, let's say there's a chiro you're really tight with and they're doing this for you, I would say it's okay to probably do it for them, right? And if you're really tight with somebody, that's when you might want to send an email with them on it, right? And say, hey, Chris, I was talking to you about Dr. Stein, right? If you had any questions or whatever, just wanted to give you his personal email, right? So something like that might be good. But you don't want it to be like, hey, I just signed up with this company and then they gave my information out to 10 other businesses. Now I'm being spammed all over the place. So that's the main reason why. Okay, so we even went over paid ads already. there's additional plays. So one is getting on local TV as a recurring guest. I've been on, I can't remember which ones. I've been on Good Morning Arizona, 3TV. Is that 3TV? That's the same one. I've been on Fox. I can't necessarily remember all the ones. It's not actually that difficult to get on TV, believe it or not. And, you know, it's beyond the scope. We only have a few minutes left where I'll teach you how to do that, but I'll probably do a future training in that one. It'll definitely be in the Legends University for all UPT legends. And at some point, we'll try and do that in the future. But this is a great thing. I always got a lift every time I was on TV, which is great. And it's a lot of fun, actually. Eric, who had to jump off early, Eric Schreiber, he's on all the time. Another one of my partners who operates the gym in North Scottsdale, he is on all the time. And we don't have to do jack for paid ads there. Just comes in. It's awesome. So local TV, and that's free. That is free, guys. That's the cool thing about it. Completely free. Time to be a local 5 Mile celebrity. Hell yeah. This just takes work, guys. It takes a little bit of elbow grease. But remember, a lot of you just commented how much it's dropped. Lead flow has dropped. So you can either do nothing, do what you've always done, or you can pivot. So just do this shit, you know? And the cool thing is, all of this is free except for number 5. That's it. So that's the cool thing. That's the cool thing. This is not tested yet, okay? But we will test this, and I will let you know how it goes. And the idea came from a neighbor. So you guys know the app Next Door, right? The app Next Door. Now, in my new neighborhood, I'm like never on it, but in my old one, I was on it a decent amount. There was a neighbor, Jessica Yarger, and the fact that I know her first, I haven't lived there for 2.5 years. I still know her first and last name. Why? Because she posted on Nextdoor, which goes out to our neighborhood and the surrounding neighborhoods 2 to 3 times a week. And a lot of it I remember was just Mugshot Monday. It was her. She had a million different coffee mugs. A lot of them were funny or cute or whatever. But she did a Mugshot Monday and others joined in. Okay. And, Frank says, I have a business account on it and had 2 sign up from 2022. Yeah. So you can do paid ads on it. It's probably pretty cheap as well. I'm guessing still. But I'm guessing you could spend a little bit of money and it was organic. Exactly. Yep. Half of the people on Nextdoor are just asking for referrals. Have you noticed that? They're asking, hey, I got it. My water heater went out. Who should I call? Need a handyman. I've got to do this in the backyard. Does anybody know anybody who'd be interested in doing it? I need a dog walker. I need a good doctor. Who should I go to? Half of it is just neighbors sharing referrals. Do you know that? So here's what Jessica did. She's a realtor. She'd post like a Mugshot Monday in the HOA. She'd let people know, oh yeah, remember this Saturday, there's a thing in the park at the community park. Love to see you guys there, right? And I'd say once or twice a year, she would actually rent a food truck for right outside of her street in her driveway and invite people over from the neighborhood. But she posted like 2 to 3 times, and it was usually just a selfie. And I knew her. I'd never met her in person. And one Halloween, about to leave with the kids, she's coming around. I'm like, oh, Jessica, how's it going? I'm Scott, blah, blah, blah. I knew her first name. I knew her last name. She became a local celebrity, totally free, not paying for a damn ad. And that was pretty awesome. So this stuff we've done, this stuff is not tested on Nextdoor, but we will be testing this because everybody knew Jessica, even if they never met her in person. And she's a realtor, and they know she's a realtor. Why? Because of her personal branding and everything. The grunt test, she would mention it, or it would be wherever. So it's really easy. And that goes back to this up here, right? People need to know what you do. If you're shy about it, well, don't complain about not having people coming to you. Okay. So Nextdoor is a great way. Yeah. Frank, you said you got 2 people just completely organically, just from setting up a business account. So do it personally, but then also set up a business account. And I would love to spend a little bit of money and do this. Frank, should we outsource this? Maybe. So it depends. You know, some people have an admin assistant, whether it's somebody that works in their gym. I have an executive assistant myself. Like admin girls. It's very sexist, Frank. Shame on you. Joking, by the way. I'm not a PC guy. But yes, women tend to be way more detail oriented with this shit than men. Like, you can't pay men to do this. Let's be real. We're morons. So yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. I have an EA who does a lot of back end stuff for me because I just can't keep up with it. So yeah, you probably got somebody at your gym that you can pay for admin stuff, right? That's already employed. They might do front desk stuff. It might be a coach who's looking to pick up extra hours. Could be a VA like I have. So just depends on what you have, but definitely something you could outsource on that. But initially, what I would do is get in and do it yourself. Why? Because you can put your own brand and your flavor and your personality in it. Personality wins, guys. Personality wins. Don't be a robot out there. Don't try to be PC. Don't be corporate. Be you. We had a big talk, Josh and Dave spending time up there. And, you know, we had a big talk on this. Like, God, just be you a little bit. We're so worried about like trying to write an ad script like somebody else. And like, just frankly, fuck that. Like, be you. And it might turn some people off, and that's okay. They're likely not going to be your customers anyways, but it's going to pull people to you. So just like, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I'm writing this here. Okay. Can't get rid of these numbers. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Like, just take messy action and do it. The problem is not you're putting out content that people aren't resonating with. The problem is you're not putting out content, period. The problem is it's not that people don't like your message. It's the problem that people don't know you. They don't fucking know you. How many times you still hear, oh, I never knew that existed. Oh, you're the owner of whatever. Oh, I never even knew that was there. All the freaking time. Our problem is nobody knows us. Let's change that. I need you to be the celebrity in your 5-mile area. That's what I need you to be. You do that, you're not going to have to worry about Facebook algorithms and how Zuckerberg pulls shit. The fact that he just robbed us and took away our ability to target people in our local radius who live there. Before you could select, hey, run ads to people in this that live in here or recently have been here, or you can run it to just the people that live here. You can no longer run it to just the people that live here. Now, that sucks for us in Arizona. Why? There's a lot of tourists that come here. So we got to spend all this money for people that might be driving through on vacation. Freaking sucks. It is what it is. Not a damn thing we can do to change it, but we can get better. We can do these 8 things right here. So that's what I have for you today. If you have questions, stay on, because, and it doesn't even have to be related to this. It can be anything. You might need funding. It could be a lease renewal. How do I negotiate this and get more out of it? Anything that you need, stay on afterwards. And I'd be happy to coach you on anything you need help with. Lastly, for those of you who need help doing all this, who need the offer exploder, who need the paid ad strategies, who need the promo playbooks, if you need help with this, guys, this is what we do for gyms. We have an express program where we can help you for 12 weeks. And we have our mastermind where like all this shit's included and way, 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 way more. And if you want to hop on for a 15-minute call, it's not a sales call, but if you want to learn more about that program, first of all, tell us about your gym, your model, your prices, your offers, your obstacles. And and we'll tell you about our program. And if you like how it sounds and we feel it's a good fit and you feel it's a good fit, then we'll schedule kind of a deep dive. We'll schedule something for like 30, 60 minutes where we can really explain the in-depths of the program and how we would fit that into your gym. And then you can make an educated decision if we're the right people for you. But some of them are in here already that are in this training. You can even reach out to them. So that are customers, and you can ask them. But what do we do? What's that link that we give Josh to schedule something? D's in there. He said, yep. You do not have to be afraid about hopping on a 15-minute call with us. I guarantee you. We are not. If you've had a bad experience before with masterminds, I can promise you you're not going to get that here. It's totally different. What is that? It's
yeah, I clicked out of the page stupidly and lost it.
I'll find it for you.
It? Yeah.
I'll find it for you real quick. I don't know. I should really not be an amateur, and I should have this prepared for you guys.
Shows how
but,
real we are, you know? Hey, here's the realness.
I think it is in here. So give me just 15 seconds and I'll drop the link in the chat for you. And if Dave or Josh, you could get it in the Facebook group, if they're watching on the live too, that would be awesome. Man, maybe I don't have it at all. Amateur.
Gotta find it.
There we go. Here's a QR code on here too. So if you're watching this on the screen, you can scan it with your phone. But it's ptlegends.com/quiz. You think I could memorize that? Whoops. ptlegends.com/quiz. It's going to ask you like 7 questions to kind of figure out what your sticking block is. And then what you can do is book a 15-minute call right after that when it's convenient for you. Phone call, leave your credit card at home. It's that simple, guys. We can give you some high-level details of our program if you're interested, but if you want to dive into it, we'll schedule something longer so we can make sure it's a good fit. I don't want you in the program if it's not a good fit for you. Make sense? Thanks for listening, everyone. If you are ready to start making an extra $10,000 a month or more this month by making more money with less clients and create a consistent flow of high-quality leads, you can learn about what it's like to work with me and how ridiculously affordable it is at CoachScottCarpenter.com. And if you got any value out of this episode, please pay it forward and leave a review for this show. It helps other gym owners find the answers to the huge problems that we all share. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.